There are nights when your mind feels heavier than your body, when the world finally becomes quiet, but something inside you still refuses to rest. You lie there replaying conversations, replaying mistakes, trying to prepare for futures that have not even arrived yet. And without realizing it, you tighten your grip on everything, on people, on expectations, on the version of life you thought would finally make you feel safe. But the harder you hold on, the more exhausted you become, like someone standing in the middle of a river trying to stop the water with their bare hands. Maybe that is why your soul feels tired lately, not because you are weak, not because you are broken, but because life keeps moving and some part of you is still trying to make it stay. There is a quiet pain in that, the pain of carrying things long after they were meant to pass, the pain of resisting changes you never asked for, the pain of constantly fighting reality in small, invisible ways. Most people never speak about this exhaustion because from the outside, life may still look normal. You still answer messages, still go to work, still smile when needed. But deep inside, your mind has become a battlefield of control, fear, and endless tension. And what hurts the most is how long you've carried it alone. Sometimes peace does not disappear all at once. Sometimes it leaves slowly, like water slipping quietly through closed fingers. And perhaps the reason you feel so emotionally overwhelmed is not because life is asking too much from you, but because you have been trying to hold together things that were never meant to stay the same. For a moment, just breathe. Listen to the sound of your own presence beneath the noise. Nothing needs to be solved right now. This is not a journey about becoming someone else. It is not about fixing yourself. It is not about forcing happiness into your life. It is about slowly loosening the grip around your heart and remembering what peace feels like when you finally stop fighting the river. After a while, the exhaustion no longer feels dramatic. It becomes quiet. You carry it into ordinary moments, while washing dishes, while staring at your phone without really seeing anything, while listening to someone speak and realizing your mind has already drifted somewhere else. And slowly, without noticing, you begin living as if every moment is something to survive instead of something to feel. Because inside you, there is always tension, a constant tightening, as if your mind believes that if it relaxes for even 1 second, everything will fall apart. So you keep thinking, keep preparing, keep holding. You hold on to old conversations because maybe you can still change them somehow. You hold on to people because losing them feels like losing a part of yourself. You hold on to expectations because without them, the future feels uncertain. And you hold on to pain because strangely, pain can begin to feel familiar. Even suffering can become something the mind clings to. Not because it enjoys suffering, but because it fears the unknown more. And this is where so much invisible exhaustion begins. Not from life itself, but from the endless effort of resisting life's movement, like standing in a river and pushing against the current day after day until your entire body forgets what it feels like to float. The strange thing is, many people believe their suffering comes from caring too much, but often it comes from gripping too tightly. There is a difference. Caring is soft, open, alive, but gripping is fear disguised as protection. It says, if I hold this tightly enough, maybe it will stay. Maybe the relationship will not change. Maybe the pain will not return. Maybe the future will finally become safe. But life has never moved that way. Everything changes quietly. The seasons, the body, the people we love, even the versions of ourselves we once thought would last forever. And somewhere deep inside, you already know this. That is why the soul becomes tired. Because one part of you understands the river must flow, while another part is still desperately trying to build a home in the water. So the mind keeps fighting reality in small, invisible ways. It argues with what already happened. It resists what cannot be controlled. It whispers, this should not be happening. This was supposed to last. I cannot lose this. I cannot become this version of myself. And each thought tightens the grip a little more. Not all suffering cries loudly. Some suffering simply sits quietly in the chest for years. a pressure, a heaviness, a constant emotional holding. You may not even notice how tense you are anymore because you have carried it for so long. The need to keep everyone happy, the need to avoid disappointment, the need to control outcomes, the need to feel certain before allowing yourself peace. But certainty never truly arrives. Life continues moving, like water slipping around every attempt to contain it. And the harder the mind tries to stop change, the more afraid it becomes of losing what it cannot keep forever. This is why even beautiful moments sometimes feel painful, because attachment quietly turns joy into fear. You hold someone you love, and at the same time, fear losing them. You achieve something meaningful and immediately fear it disappearing. You finally feel peace for a moment, and the mind asks how long it will last. So instead of fully living the moment, you begin protecting yourself from its ending. And without realizing it, you stop allowing life to touch you completely. You become cautious with your heart, careful with hope, guarded with softness, because the mind thinks attachment will prevent pain. But attachment often creates the pain it is trying to avoid. The river was never hurting you by flowing. The suffering came from demanding that it stop. And perhaps this is the quiet truth most people spend their lives avoiding. Nothing was ever meant to stay exactly as it is. Not the people, not the emotions, not the identity you built around who you used to be. Everything changes, not as punishment, but as part of life's nature. The river does not apologize for moving. The sky does not apologize for changing weather. And your life is not failing simply because it refuses to remain frozen in one form forever. Sometimes the deepest exhaustion comes from trying to preserve a version of life that has already passed, trying to remain who you were before the heartbreak, before the loss, before the change. But healing begins quietly. The moment you stop asking life to move backward. There is a soft sadness in accepting this at first, because letting go can feel like standing empty-handed in front of the unknown. The mind fears, if I stop holding on, what will remain? But slowly, very slowly, another realization begins to appear beneath the fear. What if peace was never found in controlling the river? What if peace begins the moment you step out of the struggle against it? Not by giving up on life, but by no longer fighting its nature. You begin to notice how much energy resistance has been consuming, how exhausting it is to argue internally with reality every day, how heavy it feels to carry expectations that life never promised to fulfill. And for the first time in a long time, you allow yourself to stop gripping so hard. Not all at once, just a little. Enough to breathe again, enough to feel the space around your thoughts, enough to sit quietly without immediately trying to fix your entire life. And in that small moment of surrender, something inside you softens. The nervous system begins to loosen. The mind becomes less violent. The heart becomes less afraid of change. You start realizing that acceptance is not weakness. It is not surrendering your worth. It is simply ending the war between yourself and reality. It is looking at this moment exactly as it is, without demanding it become something else before you allow yourself peace. And strangely, when you stop fighting the river, you finally feel the water holding you, not controlling you, not drowning you, holding you. The same life that once felt unbearable begins to feel different when you stop resisting every movement within it. Because peace was never hiding in perfect conditions. It was hiding beneath the tension, beneath the endless mental gripping, beneath the fear that you must control everything in order to be safe. And maybe you were never truly exhausted from life itself. Maybe you were exhausted from trying to carry what life was always asking you to release. So now, for this moment, let the river move. Let the thoughts come and go. Let the past loosen its grip. Let the future remain unwritten. You do not need to solve your entire life tonight. You do not need to become fearless before resting your heart. You only need to stop fighting the movement of things. Because happiness was never waiting at the end of control. It was waiting beneath the moment you finally loosened your grip enough to feel alive again. This is the first time in a long while that you have stopped trying to outrun yourself. The river is still moving. Life is still changing. Some questions remain unanswered, Some endings may still ache inside you. Some parts of your heart may still feel tender when touched by memory. But notice something gently. You are breathing differently now. Not as tightly, not as fearfully. As if somewhere beneath all the noise, your soul is remembering that it does not need to hold everything together anymore. The river never asked you to carry it, only to move with it. And perhaps peace was never the absence of uncertainty. Perhaps peace was simply the moment you stopped demanding certainty before allowing yourself to rest. So tonight, let the mind become quieter. Let the future remain unwritten for a little while longer. Let the past drift softly downstream without chasing after it. There is nothing you need to force right now. Nothing you need to become before you are worthy of peace. You have spent so much of your life gripping the edges of things, afraid that letting go would make everything disappear. But maybe what disappears is only the tension, only the exhaustion, only the endless struggle against what was always changing anyway. And beneath that struggle, there is stillness, warm, silent, patient, like calm water at dusk after the current slows. You do not need to fight this moment anymore. You can simply be here, breathing softly, listening quietly, allowing life to move around you without resisting every wave. And if a part of your heart recognized itself somewhere in these words tonight, perhaps you were never alone in this exhaustion. Perhaps so many souls have simply been standing in the same river, tired from trying to stop the flow. So now, just for this moment, loosen your grip a little more. Feel the breath enter gently. Feel the breath leave gently. And notice how peace does not arrive by force. It arrives quietly, the moment you finally stop fighting the water beneath you.